Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLES. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Philadelphia, EAGLES. Let's get to the news now, folks. This is one of those stories that just keeps getting more interesting with each passing day. And if you're a dedicated Eagles supporter, you know that this season has already been filled with surprises, twists, and strategic moves that could redefine the entire NFC landscape. As we gear up for what's shaping up to be an epic showdown this weekend at Arrowhead Stadium, the Kansas City Chiefs are facing an entirely different defense than they initially expected. Why? Well, because of some bold moves by Howie Roseman, the mastermind general manager of the Eagles, who just made a trade that could shake up the entire game plan for both teams. So, let's set the scene. The Chiefs, coming off that tough Week 1 loss to the Los Angeles Chargers, where their defense really struggled, giving up nearly 400 yards of offense, are looking to bounce back. They want to show that they're still the dominant force everyone expects them to be, especially when facing an offense led by Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. But now, with Philadelphia adding veteran running back tank Bigsby to their roster, there's a lot more to consider. At first glance, many believed that the Eagles might have a weaker point in their backfield, something Kansas City could exploit. But with this recent acquisition, that assumption might have just gone out the window. Why is Tank Bigsby such a game changer? Well, for starters, he's a veteran presence with the ability to step in and provide Philadelphia with a solid RB2 option. You see, Will Shipley is dealing with a rib injury, and A.J. Dillon, who is expected to contribute, has not exactly been reliable so far. That leaves the Eagles a bit short-handed behind Saquon Barkley, who's been phenomenal this season. So the addition of Bigsby, even if he's not fully into the playbook yet, gives the Eagles a much-needed boost in the backfield. Now they have a legitimate option to take some pressure off Barkley, which is crucial when facing a defense like Kansas City's. And let me tell you, this is a significant development because it shifts the entire dynamic of the upcoming game. The Chiefs, who were probably hoping to capitalize on Philadelphia's perceived weakness, now face a much more formidable challenge. They were probably counting on a less experienced or less reliable backup to Barkley. Instead, they will have to contend with a more balanced Eagles attack, which makes their job much more difficult. Kansas City's defensive coordinator, Steve Spagnuolo, knows this perfectly well. He's aware that the Eagles aren't just relying on Barkley anymore. They have a versatile, dangerous offense that can attack from multiple angles. This game, no doubt, is going to be a chess match. The Chiefs are eager to prove that their defense can hold up, especially after a shaky start. But the Eagles, led by Jalen Hurts, who's been playing at an MVP level this season, will be looking to send a message. They want to show that their offense can adapt, overcome obstacles, and still dominate even when facing a tough opponent like Kansas City. And having that extra RB option in Bigsby gives them so much more flexibility. It's a statement move by Howie Roseman and the Eagles' coaching staff, signaling that they're not just content to rely on Barkley alone. They're ready to diversify, to evolve, and to keep defenses guessing. Now, if we zoom out a bit and look at the bigger picture, we see the Eagles' season in a broader context. They've been one of the most exciting teams so far, with Jalen Hurts leading the charge. His dual-threat ability, running and passing, has been on full display, and he's really elevated the team's overall performance. But football is a game of adjustments, and this move by Philadelphia shows that they're willing to make strategic changes on the fly. They're not just going to stick with the status quo, they want to dominate and make a statement in the NFC. And speaking of the NFC, it's worth noting that this division has been fiercely competitive. The Eagles have been at the top of the standings, but teams like the Dallas Cowboys and New York Giants are always lurking, ready to pounce if given the slightest opportunity. This latest move by Philadelphia not only boosts their immediate chances against the Chiefs, but also sends a message to the rest of the league. The Eagles are serious about defending their title and making a deep playoff run. They're not just relying on their star players. they're building a resilient, adaptable roster that can handle whatever challenges come their way. Now, getting back to the game itself, the matchup at Arrowhead is shaping up to be one of the most anticipated of the season. Kansas City, led by Patrick Mahomes, will be looking to bounce back after their Week 1 disappointment. The Chiefs' offense is still one of the most potent in the league, with Mahomes at the helm, orchestrating plays with his usual brilliance. But the Eagles' defense, which has been solid if not spectacular, now faces a more complex challenge. They'll need to contain Mahomes, who's known for his improvisation and ability to extend plays, while also trying to limit the rushing threat posed by Barkley and the new addition Bigsby. And what about the Eagles' offense? Well, it's been a joy to watch this season. Hurts has been a revelation, and with the weapons he has, including the reliable receivers, they can attack from multiple angles. But their running game, often the backbone of the Eagles' success, may now be even more dangerous with Bigsby complementing Barkley. This could lead to a more balanced attack, making Philadelphia even harder to defend. The Chiefs will have to be sharp, disciplined, and creative to keep up with that. Looking at the coaching side, Nick Sirianni and his staff are undoubtedly aware of the significance of this game. It's not just about winning another game. It's about sending a message to the league that the Eagles are still the team to beat. Their ability to adapt, to incorporate new players like Bigsby, and to keep Jalen Hurts' offense clicking is what sets them apart. Sirianni's offensive schemes have been innovative, and his game plans often revolve around exploiting mismatches and maximizing player strengths. With the added depth in the backfield, expect to see creative formations and plays designed to keep the Chiefs' defense on their toes. Now, for the Chiefs, this game is equally important. They're eager to show that their defense can tighten up and that Mahomes can lead them to a big win on the road. The pressure is on, especially after that rough Week 1 performance. The addition of Bigsby may change the Raiders' game plan, forcing Kansas City to rethink how they defend the Eagles' rushing attack. They'll need to be disciplined, aggressive, and disciplined again to contain the Eagles' new-look offense. And let's not forget the fans, both in Philadelphia and Kansas City. This game has all the makings of a classic. The energy at Arrowhead will be electric, with Chiefs fans hoping their team can turn the tide and prove they're still the AFC's top team. Meanwhile, Eagles supporters will be eager to see their team continue to dominate and show that their roster can adapt to any challenge. It's a clash of titans, a battle that could define the early part of this NFL season, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Now, I want to touch on the significance of this trade for the Eagles' overall strategy. It's a bold move that shows how much faith they have in their roster and their coaching staff's ability to develop players quickly. Bigsby might not be fully integrated yet, but his presence alone forces the Chiefs to reconsider their game plan. It's about versatility and depth, qualities that can make or break a team in the playoffs. Philadelphia has shown that they're not content to rest on their laurels. They're actively reshaping their team to stay ahead of the curve. And as we look ahead, the implications of this trade could extend beyond this single game. If Bigsby proves to be a reliable option, it could open up a host of new offensive strategies for the Eagles. They might become more unpredictable, more explosive, and even more difficult to defend. That's the kind of evolution that keeps teams at the top and makes NFL matchups so fascinating. Now, fans, let's take a moment and realize how much this affects not only the Eagles but the entire NFC and even the league at large. The NFC is wide open, with teams like the Eagles, the 49ers, and the Cowboys all vying for supremacy. But what sets Philadelphia apart is their ability to adapt and improve mid-season. That's what great teams do. They analyze, they make bold moves, and they come out stronger. This trade for Bigsby is a testament to that philosophy. So, as we get ready for this weekend's game, remember that this isn't just another regular season matchup. It's a statement game, a test of resilience, strategy, and execution. The Eagles are sending a clear message. They are here to stay, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to get back to the Super Bowl. The Chiefs, of course, want to defend their home turf and prove that they're still the kings of the AFC. The stage is set and the stakes are sky high. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this bold move by Howie Roseman? Do you believe that adding Bigsby will be the difference maker? How do you see this impacting the game at Arrowhead? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Philadelphia Eagles. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Philadelphia Eagles news. Whether it's game analysis, player updates, or behind-the-scenes insights, we've got you covered. Thanks for sticking with us and being part of this passionate Eagles family. Together, we're building something special, and I can't wait to see how this season unfolds. So keep the faith, keep supporting, and get ready for what promises to be an unforgettable NFL season. Let's go, Eagles!